What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Monday with Bray. On today's video, I have with me my good friend Daniel Spriggs, aka the Postmodern Handle, aka just a good guy. I haven't told him what we're doing yet, so this is going to be fun. Okay, for the first time, this is what Daniel is doing. We have the 10 years is a decade pedal versus the actual decade by Peavey amp.
No way.
I'm not going to lie. I tried to set them up pretty close, but I think you're going to be able to tell right away.
I've only heard the 10 years as a decade through a phone.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I think my guess is pretty unbiased.
So, I have the pedal going into a deluxe style amp. Okay. It's a 12-inch speaker. Okay. The decade's like a 6-inch or 8-inch speaker.
So they're both mic'd.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Both mic'd with 57s in that room over there. Okay. He can't see. I'm going to be controlling them with this JHS switchback and red remote. So like channel switching basically. Yes. And then I don't think you necessarily have to be like, oh, I think this is this one. Okay. Maybe just like what's your favorite and
yeah, totally.
Stuff like that. So
I mean, if he was using that, Queens of the Stone Age was using that to track their records. I mean, like we're pretty true to how they tracked with just miking up that little amp. So.
Right. So let's go ahead and give it a ring, dude.
All right.
We'll start with the first one.
I'm nervous. Okay. Let me go to some single coil.
Okay.
I think I got that one locked in.
You like that one?
Yeah.
You want to tell us about your guitar a little bit?
This is just Epiphone standard. I played this at the Gibson Garage, and I was just like, oop, I love this body, and I love the neck style. I threw some Sir Thornbuckers, so when I'm up on my neck, I have it split coil to a Thornbucker split, and then my bridge is just the regular humbucker Sir Thornbucker. So,
all right, good deal. Yeah. All right, let's switch to the other one. Let's hear what this one sounds like.
I'm going to start on single coil. Okay, so this one has more bass, which you could do with mic placement. Let me... So, yes, this one feels tighter. I think the other one has like the saturation that I'm used to from watching Peavey Decade videos, and like the sense of like, could you switch back to the other one really quick? Like that, like I'm sitting in my room in 2005 playing a solid state amp, and like, and then I go to a tube amp, and I'm like, oh, but like, there's something I miss. You know what I mean? There's that thing that I miss is right here. Now I'm on the other one.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't hear that change that as much as I thought I would. I like. Oh, okay. Something to think about. I can tell that the style of overdrive is the same, but like one of them feels a little more authentic to the Peavey Decade.
Okay, all right, that's pretty fair. So the 10 years is a decade pedal is just the preamp basically of the Peavey Decade. You can actually pick up the Peavey Decade. It's less expensive than the pedal. So
that's crazy.
If you want to, you could like run that thing in the effects loop of your
like mic it on a giant stage, put a fake Marshall stack, and then put the Peavey Decade behind it with a mic.
Dude. That would be super fun. So is there do you have a favorite so far? Are they just like different? Like, explain your thought process on what you hear and what you like about each, and maybe dislike about each.
I think so. I think like when we all were playing solid states, when we were starting out, there was that quality, that almost like rip speaker effect that like was really charming, and like I honestly almost hid a little bit of our mistakes playing, and then we go to tubes and we're like, there's a lot more bass, so I like that, and that also hides mistakes. But but I miss like, it's not a whimsical nature, but it's like I miss that rip speaker that like just like points me out of a mix really well, and doesn't necessarily sound ripped when you're in a mix. It just kind of like rips through the mix in theory. So like I really like. Like I like this one. If I like that last one, if I want to rely on my bass heavy, but at the same time, I want it to do what the other one does. I probably shouldn't play that. I don't want to get copyrighted.
No, you're good.
Yeah, like when I dig into that one. This one gets chimey, and this one gets. I really like them both. I mean, they're both great sources, which is why you have them. But like, one of them I think is a little more authentic to the Peavey decade.
Yeah, you can go ahead and guess which one is which.
I think that this is the 10 years pedal, and this is the Peavey decade.
Yes. So you're correct. I'm going to be honest. This is super hard to set up.
Okay, yeah.
My plan was I had the Roland Jazz Chorus, but I actually traded it away. So I was going to do like solid state. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I was going to do solid state versus solid state, see if that would help. But I just used the deluxe because it was like clean. It's super hard to get, like you said, it's that tiny speaker.
Yep.
It's just overdriving that so hard. It's so hard. So I tried different mic placements. I tried the settings on the pedal are kind of crazy. Just to try and get somewhere close. It sounds different every time I tried this. I tried this a couple of days ago, set it up.
Yep.
It sounded way different. So tried to get as close as possible, but I think they're both good sounds though.
They're both really good sounds. I feel like if you're like, I want the Peavey decade sound, like part of it is the speaker size. Part of it is that like it doesn't have the low mid punch, but it has that like high mids. That's just like,
yeah. That's what I kept adjusting a lot was the mids. It's like I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go with this.
But I also don't love it. I mean, I don't hate it clean.
Yeah.
Because in a mix, I'm gonna low cut all that anyway. So like. That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy. Yeah. It has a lot of range to it.
Yeah. It's literally like a
yes.
tiny box.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I love it.
They
hit it out of the park with that one accidentally, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to give all these practice guitars this great Queens of the Stone Age sound, but they turned it into the Queen of the Stone Age sound.
What do you think about the pedal? Like, do you think like it's, well, honestly, like for me, if you want that sound,
yes,
it's definitely more friendly to like pedal board friendly and more logical to go that route.
Yeah.
Since it's literally a pedal. But if you're playing through amps, it doesn't necessarily get that. So
totally,
it's up in the air.
It does feel really a lot tighter than your average overdrive. If you're going, because like that solid state thing of like, there's not a tube that's like on fire. It's not like resetting. Like you're not like hitting physical things to where it's so quick because it's digital. And I feel like the digital drive gets like, even on the tube amp, gets you this really tight, like if you wanted to do if you wanted to do just like a Like that I would definitely go for that pedal over a tube screamer or something that is like meant to push the tube into oblivion to where like this is so tight. And it's like I feel like on a record that would leave so much space in between, and you would get such a more tight, punchy sound.
Yeah. So like in the context that I've used this pedal in is I used it as like a distortion on the saturation channel. So just a note for this video, I did the amp on the normal channel and also the pedal on the normal channel. So there is a lot of gain on tap.
Yeah.
When you switch to that saturation channel. So this is cleaner, but there's definitely more if that is something that you're looking for. I think they sound great.
Dude, I think they're both awesome.
It's fun
I would track them
both. It's fun to sit down in your room after a long day at work, plug in that Peavey Decade, nothing else. I'm just like, oh, this is fun, dude. So I was tempted to maybe put like a reverb on both or something, but I was like, nah,
they're so, I love it. Does the Peavey Decade have a reverb on it at all?
No,
it's
so
just straight.
Yep, just straight. And then honestly, and my deluxe actually doesn't have a reverb on it either. Okay. So, yeah, dude, it's a good time.
That's fun. I mean, they like kind of like when you're going for something or you're modeling something, they both have qualities that like I might like better. And I feel like if you track them both, just double track them, you get both of those qualities, and you get. I just love the saturation on both of them, and I think the real amp. There's a reason why someone tried to remake that, because it's such a fun, specific quality to it that's really fun to play.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for that sound or are interested in either the Peavey Decade or the 10 Years as a Decade pedal, he does limited drops every now and then. It's not like readily available. I think they retail for $350, something like that. So be on the lookout. Follow him on Instagram. I will link that down below. You can get a Peavey Decade on Reverb. I think I got mine for like $175, or 200 shipped or something like that.
When was that?
It was, like a month ago, month and a half.
They go up and down a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So according to Dan, like I said, I never really. I love Queens of the Stone Age, but I was not like, I'm not super into amps, so I didn't really know anything about it. But when I got that pedal, I did some more research. I was like, oh, this amp is sick. And it was like 150, 175, 200 shipped or something like that. So be on the lookout for those. Daniel, anything else, man?
Dude, just thank you for having me. This was a blast. I've always wanted to be on this side of a gear video. I've probably watched 1,000 every month of my guitar life for the past 10 years. So
love it, dude. Well, play us out, and I'll just switch between these bad boys.
Fun.
Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Daniel, thanks again for being here, man.
Of course. Thank
Appreciate you, dude. And we will see you next week on Monday with Ray. Peace. Or 2 weeks, I guess. Whatever the format is now. Peace. Heck yeah.
Cool beans. Dude.